Hi, this is Mike from Mike's Unboxing Reviews and How To. And do you have that problem where you can't get an aerial where you are, or you need an aerial for your TV for terrestrial viewing? Well, hopefully what is inside this beige box may help you. Keep watching to find out more. Okay, so welcome back. Now inside this little beige, well actually quite large beige box, is the Mercase indoor TV aerial, the 60-mile version. So this is basically designed to replace, or instead of a rooftop aerial for terrestrial TV viewers, for freeview, that kind of thing. I've always been very pessimistic about these kind of devices. A rooftop aerial is on the rooftop for a reason, line of sight, etc, etc. Our nearest transmitter for TV, for digital, is in the Mendips, which by the kind of bird's eye view, or bird's flight, or straight view, or whatever they call it, as the crow flies, that's the one. As the crow flies is about 25 miles away, thereabouts. So this has a quoted range of about 60 miles. Now that is in a perfect kind of line of sight. So there's going to be a few things in the way, such as walls, concrete, plaster, etc, etc. So I'm going to try this and see how good it is. I've often wondered if they're actually any good. You see these kind of commercials on Facebook and YouTube and what have you, and people going, oh yeah, this is great, I can get all my channels, I get all these things and it looks great, but what is the reality? So let's find out. So this is the weirdest unboxing experience. Look at the packaging, it's like not even retail packaging. Okay, so this is moderately interesting. So what do we get in the bag? Mike's unbagging. Alright, let's start with the easy stuff first of all. So this is the kind of the brains of the operation here. So you get an antenna connector, which is like the kind of I think they used to call it an F-type, it's like the screw-on connection at one end, and on the other end you've got another F-type with a adapter to plug into like a normal TV connection. And that seems to be just spinning around. There we go, that's nice and tight. And you also get a USB connection. So if you're going to use this, you're going to need some kind of USB power, because this device is actually powered. I guess that is some kind of amplifier or noise reduction circuitry or something along those lines. So you get that. You get a couple of sticky pads, which I'm not entirely sure what they're for. Maybe that's for attaching that onto the back of the TV. You get a Mercase instruction manual or user manual for the HD antenna, which is actually printed in color, so that's pretty interesting. So you can stick it on the wall, you can lay it flat on the table, you can stick it to a window, and it basically gives you the instructions there of how it all fits together. So that's all good. And it basically goes through how to do it in various languages. So you've got English, German, French, Italiano, Espanol, and that one. Okay, so all very exciting. So here is the star of the show. Now that is if you can actually see that. Let's get some light on it. So the Mercase aerial. And you can tell it's an aerial because it's got a picture of an aerial on it, which may be a good thing, maybe a bad thing, I don't know. But again, there's a sticky pad on the base, so you can stick it on the wall or wherever. Now, in fact, the reason I've got this is because my TV aerial antenna port is far over that side of the room, and it would need to go kind of along the floor or under the floor, which I've tried, which doesn't work, around all the skirting board, up over the fireplace, etc, etc. So I thought, I've seen this on a website, which I haven't talked about yet actually on this channel, called VIPON or VIPON. Now VIPON are basically like a deal site. So you go there and you can get 50% or more off of items that are on Amazon. So it's basically anything is fulfilled by Amazon, FFB products. So if someone's got an Amazon store, they don't actually physically be in the UK or wherever, but Amazon fulfills the orders on their behalf. Now quite often these companies kind of are recycling goods or getting rid of stock and clearing ranges. So they put it on this website so you can get massive discounts and get really good deals. Now these are originally on Amazon for in and around the sort of £20 mark. So that's, I assume that's about $25, $20, something like that. Now I actually picked this up with a massive discount and picked it up for £4.50 posted. Okay, so that's pretty much explained what it is, where I've got it from and all that kind of stuff. So the next thing to do is to connect it up and see if it actually works and whether or not I've just wasted the price of a pint on this. So actually we get quite a long extension on there. So they do say, oops, you can mount it on a window. So if it doesn't work, which I'm probably thinking it isn't, it can. There's no way this can work. I'm a disbeliever, I've got to be honest. I don't think this is going to work. I think this is a waste of time personally, but I am going to try it. So you've got a really long cable there, which is about, let's see, 1, 2, 3, it's about 3 meters or so, so about 9 foot, 10 foot, before it goes to the adapter, which we're going to screw into now. And it says on there ant, so I don't think that's anything to do with ant in deck. You never know. Okay, so let's uncoil all this as well. So on this end, like I said before, that goes into our antenna socket on the back of the TV, or video, I was going to say. I don't think people will use videos anymore, but into your kind of TV box, skybox, whatever it may be. So I think that's everything done and dusted. So I'm going to plug this into the back of the TV. Now, fortunately for me, my TV, or my monitor that I use in the studio here, well, dining room, stroke studio, luckily this monitor is actually a multifunction device. It's a TV and a PC input device. So I'm going to plug it into the back of here, somehow. And I think on the other side is a USB. Yep, USB on the side, so we can plug that in there. So in theory now, we should have, yep, there we go. We've got one of the brightest green LEDs in the world. So I'm going to give it a fighting chance. I'm actually going to put the aerial, I'm not going to leave it just flat on the back. I'm going to stick it on the top there. You never know, it might work. Okay, so if I put the TV into the menu, and where is it? There must be a TV tuning thing here. Maybe I have to be actually in the freeview section first of all. So there we go, freeview. Okay, so now if we go into the menu, there we go. So we've got auto tuning. So let's do auto tuning. UK, we're DVB, yeah, all that sort of stuff, and just click OK to start. So there we go. If you're expecting to select the TV, blah blah blah. Oh, that's actually from the TV manufacturers themselves. So press exit on the remote control to exit this notice. This could take a little while, so we may fast forward through this. I think normally, from when I did the last TV tuning setup of any device in this house, which is probably a long time ago now, probably a few years, from what I can remember, most of the channels crept up in the last sort of 80 to 90%. But also I've got a feeling there's quite a few at the start of the spectrum now as well. So we'll see. At the moment, it's looking like a lot like Christmas. Lots of snow. Now, to be fair, obviously the aerial probably isn't in the optimum place in the middle of the house on a wall. It may need a little bit of adjustment. Oh, I did see a flicker of a channel there. Oh dear. So currently, as you can see, we're at 22%, and we've currently got 0 programs analog, 0 programs freeview, 0 programs radio, and 0 data. So yeah, this is looking like £4.50 wasted. But we're only at 26%, so you never know, we might get something. Now, actually, what I might do, again, in the fairness of this device, just to see if it can actually pick up anything at all, is if I take it upstairs into our bedroom where we've got the TV mounted on the wall, I could actually mount that onto the window, which isn't very far from the TV, so that may work. They do say in the manual that if you get problems, you can stick it on a window to get a better reception, which kind of makes sense because by the window, in theory, you should have a kind of line of sight. And also, if you take into account, if you look at your neighbours' houses, see where their aerials are actually pointing, and if you're kind of trying to aim it generally in that direction where they're pointing, Now, from what I can remember from memory, most of the aerials in this road face kind of that way. So we are aiming in that direction, I think. But we'll see. But no, still quite a lot of snow at the moment. Now, how are we going to call this a success? Does it become a success if we get a channel? Or if we can at least get radio? I don't know. A complete and utter success would be all the freeview channels available, which I think is probably about 130 odd channels from when I last watched TV. Now, has that gone to sleep or has it found a channel? I don't think it's found a channel. I imagine that was probably scanning analog previously and now it's on the digital side. It does say there now DTV. I'm not sure if previously it said ATV or for analog. But it seems to be flying through these now. And still nothing. Come on, please. But like I said, it's not in the perfect position, so I'm not expecting miracles. Although I would be interested to see if I can just stick an old coat hanger in the back of the TV to see if it would actually get a reception. And also, again, in fairness, where we live, we are in a slight dip, and we do struggle with TV reception anyway, so this all could work out to be rubbish. So there we go. There is the result of our experiment so far. Currently 0 programs on analog, 0 programs on the freeview, 0 programs on radio, and 0 data programs. So unfortunately no channels were found, as you can see. So absolutely nothing. So I'm not going to bore you to death with seeing this in different places for now. I'm going to try it around the house and see what we can come up with, and if I find anything I will add it possibly to the end of this video, or I will link to another video up here so you can see the results. But as far as I can see at the moment, this has been a complete and utter waste of time. So I've been Mike, this is Mike's Unboxing, Reviews and How To. This has been how to not receive any digital channels with your Mercase TV aerial, and we will see you in the next video. Oh, don't forget to subscribe if you enjoy content like this and you want to see more like it in the future. Thanks for watching. Okay, welcome back to the end of the video. Now, I've tried this Mercase aerial. I don't even like calling it an aerial. I don't even sure what it is. It's basically a bit of plastic. So it hasn't worked, it hasn't picked up any channels. I've tried it upstairs on the TV, I've stuck it on a window, I've done everything possible to give it the most chances of working, and it did not pick up a single channel. Whether there's a fault with this device, I don't know. I would say it's unlikely. I think it seems to be working. The light was coming on to say it's powering up, but it just found no channels. So in my opinion, this is a complete fail and a complete waste of time and money. So this goes into the useless tech drawer. Fortunately, I've still got the box, so I may well send it back to Amazon and they can put it where they might get a signal. I doubt it though. So anyway, let me know in the comments if you've had one of these or a similar device and you've managed to actually get some channels. I'm really interested to know if anyone's actually had any success, or whether it's just the fact I am in a relatively poor signal area anyway. Maybe if you live a lot closer to a transmitter, then maybe you get better results. Obviously your mileage will vary from place to place. So I'll be Mike, this is Mike's Unboxing, Reviews and How To. This has been the Waste of Time Mercase TV aerial, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.